bag. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Packers and the Giants. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Packers in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who has overcome plenty of adversity to forge a 12-year career. Former Virginia Tech Hokie, it's Tyrod Taylor.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 24 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Steps away to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week. And then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. And it'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Taylor. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Ready. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Golladay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Golladay. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack out first 18. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Rodgers now to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The numbers last week for Tonyan: 3 catches, 72 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Packers at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Taylor. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Taylor. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. 20, 10. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
Hey!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Then into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. It's hauled in by Shep. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try to put the ball in the end zone yourself.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They go play action now. Taylor. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. There's defense for the Packers. They were strong last week. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Taylor to throw. And that's complete to Shepard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chauncey Golston able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Tyrod Taylor and the Giants going back to work on offense. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because of his zone?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Barkley inside handoff, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. From the 36, Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
And when he made that catch for a 1st down, the first thing that broke into my mind, respect. He's still at it at a really demanding position. Broke into the NFL in 2006 and is still highly productive.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are once again back in front. Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And the Giants ready to come out now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. That went to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Taylor, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Finding room in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw again is Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Taylor. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final shot before half for Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On first down, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Got a man. It's Tunyon.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. That nice pickup of 17 yards. On play action, now Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Brian Daboll reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Dominic Daphne.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, Taylor going to hold on to it.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Taylor. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. To about the 40-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Dobbs from 3 yards out. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive 7 plays in length. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now out come the Giants. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game.
Welcome back now here in London. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now on 2nd and 16. Taylor, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Taylor. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go, it's Taylor on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And some room to run now. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this team has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick 6. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. Got a man, Slayton. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd and 6. Taylor, he's got Slayton on the slant. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Packers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.